Hi guys, this is Amy Campos, and I'm not showing my face today, and I apologize, but I recently, last Thursday and Friday, I had surgery for a cancerous mole, but it was above my lip. They had to cut into my lip, and I'm not looking too good right now. But I wanted to do an onboarding call because we have so many new people in our group, and it's so exciting, and I just want to make sure everybody gets started off right. And if you're listening to this and you're not brand new, kudos to you because you know that you need to onboard yourself constantly. Every month, you need to act like you're brand new and start over. So, again, welcome. My name is Amy Campos. I'm an executive director and founder with MONAT. And a little bit about my pre-MONAT life. I was a freelance court reporter for 27 years. 25 of those, I owned my own business. It was a great career for me at the time because it allowed me to be home with my children, which is why I went into the career. I knew I always loved the law, but coming out of high school, I didn't want to go to college for however many years it would have taken to be a lawyer. And I heard about court reporting, heard about how flexible it was, heard about the money, heard that I can stay home with my kids, 90% of the time if I do it freelance. So that's what I did. And it was a tough job. It's like I said, it was very rewarding. And so I'm going along court reporting, and I start using this skin cream. Really liked it. Someone kind of talked me into doing it. So this was my first experience with direct sales. This was, I don't know, 5 years ago. So I did it for about 6 months, and I'm so thankful for that opportunity because it allowed me to get a taste of this amazing profession. And it is a profession, and there are skills you need to develop, and you are going to be learning, and you are going to be doing personal development and developing yourself. It's kind of like personal development with a comp plan attached, if you will. So I learned about it. I'm like, all right, this is the way I want to go. I've always loved helping people. I love people. I want to help people be their best. I'm a hard worker. I like money. I, have champagne taste, kind of, sort of, not really, I don't know. But I thought this is the way I want to go. But I'm not 100% sold on this company I'm with. I love the products, but I'm not nuts about the culture of it. So one night, September 29th, I think it was, of 2014, I said a prayer for a new opportunity in direct sales. It was as simple as that, as plain as that. And I remember it only because the next morning I woke up, I'm on Facebook, in bed still, and I'm in my skincare company's national team page. And a woman had posted the question, has anybody heard about this new hair care company about to launch? I was like, okay. And I looked up and kind of used my finger like this. I go, got it, to God. And then I pointed the other way and I said, thanks, Graham. Because now my grandma had raised 6 kids on an Avon lady's salary. She was a director, single mom, had left a drunk, abusive husband, raised 6 kids from very young ages. So she was everyone that's ever known her said she's the most amazing woman I've ever known. And she raised amazing kids. So anyway, I knew she had something to do with this. So I got a hold of the company. I got my samples. Now, up to this point, my whole life, I hated, and I'm not using that word loosely, I hated my hair. It was very curly. I wanted it straight and smooth and silky. And when it was curly, it was big. It was frizzy. It was cool in the 80s when all I had to do was let it dry and spray it with some Aquanet, but wasn't really cool anymore. So I rarely did my hair, maybe once a month, and it took me 2 hours. So ain't nobody got time for that. So it was usually in a hat, a ponytail, a scrunchie, or whatever. And so I get my samples. I didn't know what they were at the time. They were shampoo and conditioner. Found out later it was the volume line, which is strange. So anyway, get in the shower, washed my hair, conditioned my hair. I probably just washed one time. I don't even know. I get out. I partition my hair into I don't know, 4 to 6 different little clips like I used to do, start drying it, thinking it's going to take me 2 hours, but I want to see how this stuff works. Well, it's quickly just drying silky and smooth and very easy to manage. And I was like, whoa, what is this stuff? You know, sign me up. So signed up. It was that night, I guess. It was the night before we launched. It was almost midnight. So best thing I've ever done in my life. Biggest blessing I've ever had in my life, besides my family and friends and the friends that have come with us, with MONAT, I mean. So signed up, got in. I just started, I tell people I was just ignorance on fire, running like my hair was on fire. I didn't know what I was talking about. I was just telling people how much I freaked out when I tried it. They got to try it. That's what I said. We didn't even have samples. I'm pumping stuff into little bottles. Some people signed up without even trying it. We didn't have testimonies. We didn't have anything. We didn't have, our website was bare bones. So we're all making our own samples and things, which we weren't supposed to do, but we were. And, you know, our team groups were filled with things like, what kind of labels are you using? Where did you get your bottles? Do they leak? Oh, mine are leaking, blah, blah, blah. So getting it out to everybody I can think of while I am sitting home, literally, for at least the first month, in my pajamas, working on a big trial that I was editing. So I did it all social media, reaching out, you know, to people I knew, and social media, or my phone, of course, texting. Okay, so in 3 months, I had made $17,000, and I had hit the rank of market mentor. So, which meant I was now a founder in the company and got profit sharing. So it was a very easy decision for me to say goodbye to court reporting, because I saw where this company was headed. I knew we had something so special. I mean, I know hair and I know hair products, and I knew that I had probably 50 products under my sink and in my drawers that were half full, that were expired, that smelled because they were so old, that I had never used them up. And here I am cutting my MONAT bottles so I can get every last drop out. And all we had was 8 shampoos and conditioners and the oil. We had no styling products. So, where was I? I get very excited about this. I get so passionate. So, I have no idea. Anyway, gave up court reporting. Yeah. Other best decision I ever made. I'm like, see y'all, I'm doing this. It's fun. I would get a check in the mail and just laugh. And my husband would say, why are you laughing? And I'd say, I don't get it. Why, how can they pay me like this? And it's just, all I'm doing is telling people about the shampoo, and it's selling itself. So, okay. So 3 months in, become market mentor. All right, that's my story. Now, you don't want to make your story that long when you're talking to someone, but stories are very powerful. You want people to get to know you. So kind of learn your story. You know, some call it an elevator speech, elevator pitch. You should really have about a 1-minute story. My 1-minute thing would be like, I don't know. I'd have to think about that. But it would be something like I was in corporate America. You know, didn't feel like I was being paid what I was worth. Then I found something better. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I haven't done I'm a talker, so I should shorten it up a bit and have it down pat, honestly. Okay, so onboarding. Here we go. I wish I knew the minute, because now you can tell people, if you share this, you can fast forward to minute 5 and not hear her whole story. Okay, we call this process onboarding. It's one of the most important things you will ever do with your business, and you will do with your team that you will start building, your new market partners. And you will be re-onboarding yourself every single month, maybe twice a month, okay? So no matter where you're at right now, or if you don't even know where you're at right now, if you're wanting to make $500 a month, $2,000 or $25,000, it doesn't matter right now, okay? My job right now is just to equip you with the tools and the resources to get you started strong, and help you not be so overwhelmed, because I'm sure you are. But we have, this is a simple system. We all use it. And I'm going to teach it to you, and then it's up to you to implement it, okay? They are just suggestions, but they are tried and true. I highly recommend you follow them and not try and reinvent the wheel, because trust me, we've all done that, and that wheel is basically like, it has 4 sides. It does not work. So I highly recommend you follow this. You plug into it, and like I said, this is what everyone that has the most success is doing. All right, so you're now a market partner. I'm sure you're thinking, now what happens? Like I said, it can be overwhelming. You're being added to these groups. You've got a back office. You don't even know what the heck is a back office, but people keep telling you to look in your back office. So I'm here to help. The first thing you want to do is go into your back office. Okay. What your back office is you go to your website. Say your website is your name. So mine is Amy Campos, and then yours will be like this, .mymonat.com. By the way, you do say Monat. It's not Monet. You say the T. There's two ways to pronounce it, Monat or Monat. I don't know. I think I go back and forth, but it stands for Modern Nature. All right, so it's going to be whatever you named your site, .mymonat.com. Then you go to that. You'll put that in as your username once it asks you, and then you'll put in your password that you created when you join MONAT. All right, so a couple of things in there. The first thing you'll do is Market Partner Academy. It will be under the training tab. You will go through, oh gosh, how many modules? 12? And take a little test at the end of each one, just some questions. And you can't proceed until you, pass it. So it does not take that long. You don't have to do it all in one sitting, even though it might be best. But you'll have a virtual tour guide named Ellie. She will bring you through everything. And like I said, you can stop and start at your leisure. So that's MPA, or Market Partner Academy. Let's see. Oh, in there it's gonna show you how to make your Smart Start bonuses, which we'll talk about here. It's gonna show you how to get to your first rank, how to talk to people. You'll even get scripts on how to talk to people. So everything is in there. And don't wait on your product pack to get started. If you don't have it yet, that's okay. You're so excited right now. You may be a little scared, but that's okay. That's helping to fuel your excitement. And start talking to people. Start talking. You do not need anything right now. You can share your excitement and add them to our before after group, which I'll tell you about. But you want to start talking about it and tell people you're creating a new business and the opportunity that this is providing for you and your family. All right, so I just talked about Market Partner Academy. Next is a welcome call. I like to do a call with all my new market partners, and I'm going to tell you the things that I go over with them. Let's see. I want to know how much money they want to make. Do they just want to dip a toe in the water? Do they want to take off like a rocket ship? I need to know that, because if they're financially set and money is not a motivator, I'm not going to be saying, pushing them to go for that next monetary goal. If they're just in it to help people, because that's what we're doing every single day is helping people, there may not be money driven. Okay. 99% of people are money driven though. I mean, who doesn't need more money? Pretty much everybody, whether you think it or not. You never prejudge people, by the way. So I want to know how much money you want to make in this call. I want to talk about your 30 day, 90 day, and your long-term goals. I also want to know how much time are you willing to devote to your business. Everyone is a volunteer army. I'm not your boss. I can't, tell you to wake up and do this and that, which is great that that you don't have a boss, but it can be a double-edged sword because you've got to be a self-motivator or learn to be one. You need to tell yourself, I'm going to give my business 10 hours a day or 30 hours or 50 hours. And you want to write this down next to how much you want to make at those different intervals. And we'll talk about that. So like I said, we'll talk about that in your welcome call and make sure it's reasonable. If you say, I want to make, $10,000 a month starting in 3 months, but I only have 5 hours a week, that's probably not going to happen. Okay. So we'll make sure it's reasonable. We're going to go over Smart Start, the bonuses you can make and all that. So, and this will just allow you to schedule your time and work your business wisely. I want everybody working smarter, not harder, because you can end up at the end of the day feeling like you just were a hamster in a wheel that really got nothing done. So we'll talk about how to work smarter, okay? Not harder. Who wants to work harder? We want to work smarter. All right, we'll talk about why did you start this business? Did you start it just to get a good discount? Did you start it because you want to buy a new car? You want a new washer and dryer? You want a new house? You want time freedom? You want to make a legacy, build a business that you can will to your children? Why did you get into it? Do you want to just not have to check your bank account every time you buy the groceries? What is your Why did you get into this? Do you need college savings for your kids? You know, whatever it is, I want to know that. And then I'm going to ask you, do I have permission to hold you accountable? Do I have permission to ask you at the end of each month, you know, not ask, but remind you of your why, talk about your why, and remind you why you got into this. You know, if I notice that your flame isn't as bright as it was, I know I will see that. I will see you're not fully engaged and that your flame is dulling, okay? And I know also, trust me on this one, if you are fully engaged and you fully know you have it in your hands here, it won't dull. It won't. And you will be making money hand over fist, okay? Will you have slow times? Will you have times that just suck? Of course, we all do. But this is where the personal development comes in huge. I'm gonna tell you about somebody else I follow that really helps with the whole psychology part of it. I'll talk about him in a little bit too. But I want to know that I can hold you accountable, that I can remind you of your why. You might say, no, that's good. I don't want anyone telling me to work harder or ask me, what did you do this week? All right, that's fine. But I need to know that, okay? Because I don't want to, you know, be stepping on into your life and trying to boss you around. I wouldn't anyway, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to overstep my bounds if you don't want that. Because again, you are volunteer here. I am not your boss. So, and your why honestly will change. It's not etched in stone right now. Don't worry about that, about your why. Mine has changed. I just wanted to buy a new house. I'm so sick of living where we live. And now it's changed a lot. I mean, it has really changed. Now I want everybody to buy the house of their dreams. I honestly don't even care about mine right now because I've been able to fix it up and have had money to do that. Now I'm good. I'm like, you know, now honestly, I think about this a lot. I want to have the cash to buy the house of my dreams. And I just because it would be just so cool. What a story, you know, that'd be my story. I had cash to buy this mansion you're sitting in. So, and that will happen. And maybe, you know, and maybe we'll move. Oh gosh, what is this? Maybe we'll move before then. I don't know, but I do think about that a lot, that I would just like to have the cash. And I've got a son approaching college, and you know that's going to be expensive too. So that's part of my why. But it changes. Like I said, it doesn't have to be etched in stone. And like I said, when you see what this can do, it will change. It's very powerful. Your why. If you have a big hairy goal with this, I want you to plaster it everywhere. I want it on your mirror. I want it in your car, on your visor, at your desk, your refrigerator, wherever you're going to see it all the time. You know, like a vision board. Vision boards I used to think that was kind of hokey until I read that Oprah has a vision board or had a vision board. All these, you know, people that are very powerful, Jim Carrey, probably Will Smith, who's my boyfriend, probably Will had one. So I actually don't have one like hanging up. I have it on my phone. I think it was a vision board app, and I pulled in pictures. So it's on my phone. I also ask my MPs, you know, I ask them, you know, did you go through your Market Partner Academy? I will check in, you know, what is your why? And like all the things I just told you, we're going to go through all that. All right. So, we talked about Market Partner Academy. We talked about your why, how much you want to make in different intervals, how much time you can give to the business. So, after the Market Partner Academy, one more thing I want to tell you about in your back office, the Tools tab. You're going to be in here a lot. Okay, you're going to go to Tools and then Resource Library. And the Resource Library is where you're going to find everything from the comp plan to product ingredients sheets to marketing info, imagery and banners, FAQs about the, you know, VIP program, for instance, policies and procedures, any promos that are going on. Anyway, everything is back here. And the policies and procedures, it's very important to read through these. You don't have to do it right away, but read them at some point. They'll give you the do's and don'ts of things you can do, you know, for example, how to set up at a vendor show and just to keep you in compliance. I mean, we are independent business owners, kind of like a franchise, but we do have to adhere to certain policies and procedures. So, and then, so that's the business tab. I mean, that's the Tools tab. The business tab is where you will sign market partners up, VIPs up, retail customers. This is where you will set up your own flex ship, order, your own things, your samples, all of that is in the business tab. All right, now let's talk about some onboarding steps. Onboarding action steps, contact list. You hear about a contact list. You might think that's hokey too. It's not. I want you to have a contact list. There is one in the file sections in both my groups, which I'll talk about. Should be in there. And then it's also an MP resources, another group I made just so we all have a central place for documents, even if I don't even know you. People just know everything's in there. Contact list. Just empty your brain. Even if someone comes in your head, you don't even like them, you haven't talked to them in 5 years, just stick them on your piece of paper. It doesn't mean I'm never going to see your list, or I'm going to make you call them, or we're going to sit down and have coffee with them. It means nothing other than you got it out of your brain. Okay, get it out of your brain. And, honestly, you should have 100 in your first few days. Go through your phone, go through your Facebook contacts. You know that many people. I like to use the acronym FRANKS, FRANKS, stands for friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids, and spouse. So think of your friends, your relatives, your acquaintances, your neighbors, your kids, not the kids, of course, but your kids is friends, parents, teachers, things like that. Think of your spouse, people he works with. If he works with all men, think of their wives, whatever. There's a good memory jogger in MP resources as well. Also, Eric Worre has a good one on his website, which I think is, I don't know what his website is. It might just be ericworre.com. Anyway, so at first, I don't know, most people talk to their friends and family first. I didn't. It was more comfortable for me. Well, I guess I did. Right away. Yeah, I did. And then later, I went into my cold market. Cold market is people you don't know. Warm market is people you know, friends and family. And we're constantly trying to turn our cold market into warm market. So you're going to become a much friendlier person and be trying to meet more people. I'll tell you that right now. So if you're just thinking friends and family, though, think bigger. Like I said, add these people to your list. Think big. Put them all on your list. So after your contact list, your business launch. This should be on the books right away and be done within 2 weeks of you starting your business. Your upline is here for you to be there and handle the whole thing for you. A lot of people just do them at their houses. They'll do a wine and wash, or a meet MONAT, or a sip and sample. Oh, I've seen guys do like brews and like BREWS and blowouts, or no, something like that. I don't know. I mean, you can be creative. You can do whatever you want. But typically, I think what's most common is wine and washes. Someone will do it at their house. So say I'm there for my market partner. I will go over, we call it the Meet MONAT. It takes about 15 minutes, just tells about the company, tells about the market partner option, VIP, retail, just hits all those points. And then we get right into washing the hair. So don't be scared about that. They're super simple. Your upline will do the work, and never worry about the outcome and who's going to come and who isn't going to come. One thing I will say is don't just go put an invite on Facebook. Most of the time people don't see those. Even if they do, it's easier to say no to that than your phone call or even just a personal text. So you want to personally reach out to people. It doesn't matter how many people you have either. You might have 2, you might have 10, you might have 20. It doesn't matter. If only 2 friends show up, it's okay. Because those 2, they get more intimate time with you and your upline then. And 2 is going to quickly turn into 20, okay? Because they're going to talk to their friends and they're going to talk to their friends. So don't worry about that. Sometimes the smaller the better, like I said. So yes, I'll go through the Meet MONAT or your upline, whoever is doing it with you. And if you're not in the same area as your upline, you can do it virtually. Either your upline could Zoom in, FaceTime in, or you can do a Facebook Live. Those are awesome too. We actually have scripts for some different things like that, but they're very effective. You could do a live unboxing. Your box came and we go live, and how that would look is if I'm your upline or if I'm just doing yours, if I'm not your upline, we would be a split screen on Facebook and do it that way. So, let's see. Yeah, events. Events, you want to consistently have events on your calendar, you guys, at least once a month. By event, it could just be having some friends at your house and doing a Meet MONAT, doing a sip and sample, or a wine and wash once a month. Or when you get a bigger team, it can be at a restaurant. But they're huge because they're great for third-party validation. They say, what do they say? The magic happens at events, and it does. People are like, oh, you know, they want to be a part of something. And they're very powerful. They're also good because you can invite people to them. Say you're at Starbucks and the cashier, she's so cute. She's got this bubbly personality. You know, something I would say is, I love your bubbly personality and you're so cute. I'm having an event tomorrow night. I'd love for you to come. It's my business called MONAT, and we're having a wine and wash. And there you go. And then it takes the pressure off you to tell them everything, and gives them another exposure. The average person, it takes them 7 exposures before they do anything to become a customer or a market partner. So, all right, so we talked about contact list, business launch. I want to talk about personal development. It's huge, as I kind of touched on it earlier, but I'm not a big reader, so I like to watch things on YouTube or listen to podcasts. I listen to Bob Heilig a lot. Bob Heilig, Heilig. He's kind of terms your virtual upline. He's great on the whole, like I said, psychology part of it, and talks about mindset and handling objections, how to approach people, rejection, because you get a lot of rejection, team building, power of events. I mean, you guys, he did not recruit a single person in his first direct sales company for an entire year. So when he first started, I actually found him when he was talking to about 3 or 4 people on an app called Periscope, and I reached out to him. I'm like, where did you come from and who are you? You are amazing. I started blowing him up all over MONAT. He used to do free trainings for my group, and anyway, and then he quickly kind of got, Rodan and Fields picked him up, and this company picked, everyone just started hearing about Bob Heilig. So he's a big deal, and he's freaking amazing. So you can find him on Facebook. He has a page, and now he's got groups you can be in and things like that. So while I'm on the subject of that, DeVern Augustus, he's a market partner, but he's a salon owner, hairstylist. He collaborates with corporate on things. He's a rock star. And a wealth of information regarding, products and everything. So I look him up either on Facebook and or YouTube, but it's DeVern, D as in dog, E, V as in Victor, E-R-N-E, DeVern. And then his last name is like August with a U-S, August, U-S, DeVern Augustus. So check them both out. And any personal development books. I've got a list in both of my groups in the pin post of suggested reading. I just ordered a couple. I haven't even started yet. One is called Get Over Your Damn Self. I heard that's really good. And what's this other one? This one's on social marketing. Freakishly Effective Social Media for Network Marketing. And then I really like The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. That's a good book. There's so many. Go Pro by Eric Worre is amazing. The Power of Thinking Big, or the Power, is that what's called? Power of Thinking Big. That's a great book. There's so many good books. So at least 20 minutes a day, you guys. Please tell me you're going to do 20 minutes of personal development every day. Because as I've quickly learned, most people were not raised and taught to dream big, to have dreams, period. And I was shocked when I learned that. And it wasn't until I entered this field, because I was, like I said, my grandma, it was all about personal development. I remember these books I talk about. I remember them on my dad's shelves. We had all these self-development books. I remember him listening to, I think there were 8 tracks, and oh my gosh, in the car. That was my life. So I've always known to dream big, but I still do my personal development. I still am always learning. We're always a work in progress, always, right? So personal development, do not skip that. And if you're brand new and don't have this big belief in yourself, it should be 50% of your time. Honestly, it's that powerful. You're going to learn that person said, no, I don't care, because I'm on a mission. I know where I'm going. I don't care. I don't need them. You know what? 10 people just told me no. Cool. I'm that much closer to a yes. And you guys, honest to God, that's how I feel. I don't take it personally. If it's not for them, it's not for them. We have something to offer to the world. And you know what? The quicker you just keep moving, the quicker you're going to find those people that get it, those people that want it, and you're going to succeed, because by helping people, by bringing them in and helping them, that's how you succeed. So like I said, don't worry about the no's. All you can worry about and all you can control, honestly, all you can control is your own personal activity, right? You can't control the outcome. So don't be attached to the outcome. Who cares? Who cares? Next. I love this. I heard this once. Think of prospecting like a deck of cards, okay? There's 4 aces. The quicker you can get through that deck of cards, the quicker you're going to find those aces. You can take a jack and you can take a permanent marker and you can try to write A all over it. Just, sorry, a call came in. You're not going to turn that jack into an ace. So you've got to just keep getting through the cards, because you know what? Those people are out there. You're out there. You get it. You want it. And there's millions of people like you and like me. You got to find them. All right. So at the beginning, I don't know. I don't use it much more anymore, but I made a binder up and put things in laminated pages and all that. If you want to do that, if you like that, if you're the type that, you know, you're going to meet a lot of people and sit for coffee and talk about things, make up a binder, but you really don't have to. We tell you go through the Meet MONAT, and that's in your back office. It's a document we all use, so we all stay on the same page. You're going to go through that with people. You can show them before and afters on your phone. But if you want to make up a binder, do that. All right. Talking to people. When I talk to people, I lead. They always say you lead with the product or the business. I don't know that I lead with either, but I'm never, ever going to not talk about the business if I'm talking to someone. Don't make that mistake. Don't just talk product. I think, I don't know, I bet I stress the business 80, I don't know, because it wouldn't be such an amazing opportunity if the products weren't what they were, you know? So, but oh my God, this, like I've said this before, I say the product will change your game, meaning for me, I can do my hair every day if I want now, because it doesn't take 2 hours, will change your game. The opportunity will change your life. So don't miss the opportunity to talk about the opportunity, okay? But when you're talking to someone, say you're at Starbucks, my example, and you're like, oh, I've got this event, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you have a little flyer you can give them, but always pull out your phone and say, are you on Facebook? Pull it out. And they say, yeah. Oh, can I add you to my before after group? And if you feel weird about it, because I know it at first it's weird, you feel weird or you're getting in their space, then even say, don't worry, I'm not going to stalk you, you know, whatever, and kind of make a joke. But pull out your phone, friend them on Facebook, because now they're in front of you. I feel weird asking for someone's number these days. I would just rather do it that way, because one, they could give you the wrong phone number, or never answer your call. You still didn't show them anything. They haven't seen your before after group, so just, bam, do it right there. Add them to the before and after groups. ATM, you're going to add them, you're going to tag them in a couple pictures that relate to them, and you're going to message them with your voice. You're not going to type it. You're going to go to Facebook Messenger, push the microphone, and you're going to say, hey, Sue, it's Amy from, I met you this morning at Starbucks. I added you to my before after group like I told you about, tagged you in a couple things, check them out. All right, talk to you later. Always be in a hurry. Don't keep obsessing over, the girl you met at Starbucks. Just be in a hurry. Be in a hurry. Let her think you're talking to 20 other people. You don't need her. Have posture. And you guys know what I mean by that. You've had those weird people that keep calling you every day and tagging you every day, and don't do that. That's weird. Okay? Just be real. Be in a hurry. Be excited. Because your vibe is going to attract your tribe. Just be cool. Just be you. Don't bug people. Don't be that weirdo. Nobody wants that. when people say, oh, I'm not a salesperson, good, because nobody wants to be sold to. Nobody wants to be salesy. Nobody likes to be sold to. Like I said, awesome that you're not a salesperson. Can you tell someone about a great lipstick? Yeah, I do all the time. All right. Do you tell someone about great shampoo? Yeah, I do all the time. All right. Well, now you can get paid for it. That's all it is. Okay. So talking to people, I want to talk about that a little bit. The group, I have a group. It's like MONAT, UK, USA, Canada, something like that. Before and afters. That's mainly just before and afters. I will post like the promos and things, and then I go delete them after they're over. Now Shannon Massey started a group also. It's called the Hairdos, DO''S. And I'm gonna start working in that more, doing lives and different testimonies from different people and things like that, and of course before and afters, and the same thing as mine. But a few of us are really going to utilize that more. So feel free, I'm an admin of that too. Feel free to add people to that one, both of them, or just one if you like one over the other. Add them to whichever you like. So my group's Team Believe. That's been my group from day one. It got a little crazy for a while, so I broke out and started MP to MMB so I can focus more on my new people and get them going. But Team Believe is where I will put all the announcements and things like that. So I do still have both. When you have a new market partner, add them to both, make up a little graphic and introduce them and stuff like that. And, the third one, MONAT Market Partner Official. There's one called that for the US. There's another one called, it has Canada in it, and then there's one for the UK. So this is corporate's way to communicate with us. They put announcements in there Monday morning. Jason comes on, and the first of the month he comes on, and they just update us on things. So be in those. You don't need to be in anything else. I mean, like I said, look for Bob Heilig, DeVern Augustus, and don't totally overwhelm yourself. So sampling, I want to talk about this. Okay, sampling. You're going to hear the term select sampling quite a bit, or see it, or both. What that is some people like to sit and really dissect, and what does this person need? I think they need this and that, and customize their samples. Angela Saminas with corporate, I don't know, 2 years ago maybe, kind of figured out a more standardized way that works for pretty much everybody. And it's called select sampling. It's the volume system, shampoo and conditioner, the mask, the replenished mask, and our Rejuvenate oil. And you can actually buy select sampling product pack in your back office for $50. And you're going to get enough to sample 20 people with instruction cards. That's a really great bargain because just 20 samples is $50. I mean, 20 oil samples. So you're going to get the 20 oil samples and 20 of Revive, Revitalize, and Replenish mask and the cards, and actually 20 invites to a Meet MONAT. So I highly recommend that. There is also a $250 sampling pack. You get 60 of, all of that. You get magazines. You get a lot of stuff, product brochures. But everything's really reasonable besides, the oil's kind of expensive, but it's liquid gold, baby. It's worth it, that's for sure. So otherwise, if you do get a select sampling pack, the $50 one, go in and also order 10 Renew shampoo samples. Because if you come across somebody, African-American or super, super dry, coarse hair like me, they really should need the Renew shampoo. It's just more moisturizing. It has more oil. Okay, so let me see what else I'm going to talk about. Your launch. Get your launch on the books. Keep working on that contact list. It should go everywhere with you, that list. It should have holes in it and coffee spilled on it. That's got to be your best friend right now, okay? Should I go over? I'm not going to go over Smart Start in this, all right? I think that's all I'll go over. And a little bit of mindset. I love this. Jessica Shoney is a senior executive director on my team, and she did a call yesterday with Tony, and I loved this. She said, your thoughts lead to belief, your beliefs lead to behavior, and our behavior is what is going to get us from point A to point B. thought that was so good. Your thoughts lead to belief. So watch your thoughts, you guys. Don't negative self-talk to yourself. Don't do it. Don't say, I can't sign it up anybody. I can't talk to people. I can't sell to people. Just stop it. Stop it. You can do anything you want to. You are made by God to be special and to be whatever you want. I hope you all know that. If not, get to reading, okay? But your thoughts are going to lead to your belief. Watch how you talk to yourself. And preach this to your kids if you have kids, you guys. Your beliefs will lead to behavior. And our behavior is what is going to get us from point A to point B. It starts with mindset. You have to believe in yourself. And keep it simple. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's not rocket science, you guys. We're selling shampoo. We're selling shampoo. And although I say don't be a salesperson, yeah, we're selling. A lot of people say, we're not selling. We're just sharing. All right, whatever. Call it what you want. But selling, sharing, that's what we do. And we're offering somebody the opportunity of a freaking lifetime. We really are. You know, I heard someone say the other day, what was it? I don't know. It's like you have a new baby and you just want to show it off. Just talk to people. If you have a new baby, you're not going to be scared to talk to people and say, look at my, you know, or if you just found, Molly Laporta says, if you just found the cure for cancer, are you going to be scared to tell people about it? No. Not that hair is as big a deal as cancer by any means, but this is a big deal what we have. This has not been done. There's not another line out there like what we have. Ask any stylist in MONAT. There's just nothing out there. I was trying to think what Jess said yesterday about the other lines. She goes, I would tell my clients, just pick one that smells good because they're all pretty much the same. You're going to like it for a couple of weeks and then you're going to hate it. You know, they're just, I love seeing people post pictures of their bottles cut open because that's what you do. You can't get enough of this. And you might go, you know, or your customers might go through a time where, oh God, one more thing. I want to, with sampling, sampling. What I tell people, okay. Angela Salinas came out with this language. And I think it's in your Smart Start workbook. This is what she tells people. She's going to give them, she's going to walk them through the whole sampling experience and so they can visualize it. She's going to say, you're going to use the Revive. You're going to wash twice. The first time, you're not really going to get much lather because it's doing its job. It's breaking down buildup. All right. You're going to rub it for the whole 2 minutes or just rub it 30 seconds, but let it sit in for 2 minutes. Rinse it really, really, really well. When you think you're done, rinse for another minute because you're getting that buildup taken off. Then wash one more time. Okay, now your hair, you might think, ooh, it feels kind of dry, like it's been stripped of oil. Well, you know what? We don't put all the silicones and the fake crap in our products. That's why it feels that way, and that's a good thing. You don't want your hair coated with buildup and silicone because what it does is suffocates it, and eventually it breaks. So, okay, you don't have to tell them all that, but say, then you're going to take this mask. Oh my gosh, this mask is like pudding. You're going to put it in your hair and leave it in 5 to 20 minutes and rinse that out really well. And then you're going to get out of the shower and you're going to dry your hair. Do not put any other products in it. Do not use your mousse from ABC company. Just dry your hair. They also can do a mask the night or a oil treatment the night before if they would like. They can put it in their hair for the night, sleep in it, keep a few drops for after they're done drying their hair, and use it as a finisher. But then she tells them, if you are not going to be able to keep your hands out of your hair. And you know what? I'm going to make you a bet. If you can keep your hands out of your hair for a whole day, I'm going to buy you lunch. But she paints that experience, okay? Now, I want to tell you something I say. Like I said, I kind of learned my lesson by being so excited. I remember my own sister-in-law said, oh, it smells good. And she didn't become, that's all she said. And she didn't become a customer till about 2 years in. And now she's my biggest, you know, MONAT fan and best customer. But I was like, smells good. Oh my God, what? How did she not freak out? You know, so I tell people this now. I say, I might say, you know, I fell in love the first wash. You might not. You might think it's okay. You might hate it. It doesn't matter. And honestly, we don't have to sample everybody. Don't spend all your money on samples. We've got 30-day money-back guarantee. We've got a less than 1% return rate. We've got all these before and after groups, thousands of testimonials. People should not have to sample, okay? But if they really want to, I say, you might not notice anything. It doesn't matter. This is a process. It's going to take a full 30 to 90 days to get your hair healthy. This is different. It's not just shampoo and conditioners. They're treatment systems. We are going to break down, you know, the buildup on your hair, and now we're going to make it healthy from the inside out. So yeah, sure. If you want to try samples, yeah, you can. Okay, so say they do take your samples. Be excited. When are you going to wash your hair next? Thursday. Okay. I'm going to call you. Is it okay if I text you Thursday night? I just want to see how it went. Okay. And you're going to follow up Thursday night. If you don't, you might as well just kiss those samples goodbye. You might as well just throw them in the garbage because you're probably not going to hear from the person. Okay. People just get busy. Not that they didn't like them, but they probably didn't use them. I have a friend. She was one of the first people I gave samples to. She texted me about a year ago and said, and this, I gave them 2 or 3.5 years ago. She texted about a year ago and said, oh my gosh, I love that stuff. How do I become a mark? How do I sign up? And I said, for what? Because it's not a friend I talk to, like on the phone. We just are acquaintances, I guess, even though I love her. But we hadn't talked in that whole time, I guess, and I didn't follow up because I was stupid. And she said, how do I sign up? I said, for what? What are you talking about? She said, MONAT, I just used my samples. I said, what? 2 years later? Yeah, I know. She said, we moved and I found them in a closet, blah, blah, blah. And I thought, oh, I'll use them. So you know what? Just don't give them to people. Just don't give them and let them walk away. Because like I said, you might as well throw them in the garbage. So you've got to follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up, you guys. Okay, I will stop talking and be done with this for now. I'm here for you guys always, always, always. I don't care if you're a direct to me or you're not. I am here for you. You reach out anytime, okay? Love you guys. Bye.